The Mona Lisa, if you, without just you, if you told a little story to the best of your ability about the Mona Lisa, I'm very curious to know, like, how would you describe it, the painting?
I've actually seen the Mona Lisa. I went to the Louvre and I saw the Mona Lisa, and you must remember that people are looking at a painting that's now famous. So they're not looking at the painting, they're looking at the picture of the painting. What makes Mona Lisa so special?
That's what I'm asking you, yeah.
Is her intrigue. You don't really know who she is. You don't really know what she's thinking. You know, often we'll have a painting in the gallery and it looks sad. And I'll challenge people to ask themselves the question, are they responding to what they're feeling by looking at the painting, or is the painting got a deeper message? So the Mona Lisa is intrigue. The reason she's famous is she's beautifully painted, but she's intriguing. You don't know what she's thinking. You don't know it's her smile, it's her look, it's her understanding, it's her engagement with her audience. Very famous dealer called Egon Gunther I met with years ago. And I was asking him what his call to understanding was for beautiful sculpture. So he worked with the Amaglosi group, he worked with Ezra Mlachain, Satole and Kamalo, and I said to him, you know, Egon, what was that thing that made you go, that's a great sculpture? And he recited a story about another famous artist. They used to have soirees on a Sunday afternoon. And at one of the soirees, all the men were gathered around because this famous artist always arrived with beautiful looking woman on his arm. And they all were intrigued, because they were all married men, to see who the beautiful girl was that he was going to arrive with. And he said this artist arrived with a very plain looking girl on his arm. And Egon said that he realized within minutes that he'd wounded her deeply by his dismissal of her because she didn't fit the bill of what they all expected as a beautiful woman. He said, and let me tell you, young man, he said, a half an hour later, she was the most beautiful person I'd ever seen in my entire life. So great art is not always what you look at, but it's what you see, and it's what sees you. And like the Mona Lisa, great art looks into your soul, and it owns a space that belongs to only you. And that's why people buy art, and that's why they pay for art. And that's why great art becomes great art. So there's the trading commodity section of art, that everybody finds a fashionable artist and invests, but then it becomes like gold shares. It's no longer about the art. It's about the price of the art. It's about walking into somebody's house and going, oh my God, you own a, and people understand.
That is beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
You know, but it's not the art of art. It's the business of art. It's the same as Warhol saying, don't tell me how much it cost. Tell me about the painting. So at Art Eye Gallery, you can't keep great art down. People say to me, how do you make an artist famous? You don't make an artist famous. You continue to tell stories. You continue to find an audience. You know, William Kentridge was interviewed and he was asked, why do you need to go abroad to become famous? And he said, are you aware that I'm half the age of Johannesburg? And I was like, that can't be true. That can't be true. And Trevor Coleman was having a conversation with me, and Trevor said, Tyron, I was at the centenary. And it was like, you were at the centenary, the birthday party for 100 years old. You were at Joburg's 100-year-old birthday party. And he said, yeah, I was. So I'm in my 50s. I'm a quarter of the age of Johannesburg. Now figure that into your understanding of art buyers and art collectors in this country. We're a very young base of collectors. But it is changing, and the next 10 years is going to see unbelievable growth. Social media, well, social media didn't exist. So, you know, the whole gallery system
When
and
you
the
say
whole
changing, like,